Welcome back to Your Daily Real Estate. I'm Tristan. This one is a little bit different, only because I don't know that we've done this many times. I think I did it like 20 episodes ago, but I'm breaking down a letter. So it's for expired. It's an expired templated letter. And I'm going to give you the psychology behind it because in this whole business of being a real estate agent for 21 years, the first 15 years, I called expireds a lot. And we got a lot. In fact, you know what? My very first luxury listing was an expired listing. Called it up. It was just timing, right? First day on the market, that it was off market. Called, connected. He wanted to know more about what we offered. Met him in person, met him at the property, and we got the listing. At the time, it was years ago, $5.5 million luxury listing off of an expired. Here's a letter. And obviously, if you need it, I'm going to read it to you and read the things that I added to it. My cough's almost gone, so I'm going to maybe cough one or two times through this process. I called it, there it is, cough. Expired letter template with explanation. And the letter here is, let me see here, breaking down why this letter works. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, really 6 sections, 7 sections that I break down so that you understand why these things are in the letter. I'm going to read the letter to you. Not very long. It's about a page. And if you need it, I've got it for you. Instagram, message me. I'll send it over. And I'll also send the breakdown to you. The breakdown, I won't go into it too deeply. I'll let you read it because then it would be like a 30-minute podcast. And these are meant to be 5 minutes to 10 minutes, even though I go over sometimes. Anyway, this episode is brought to you by abrillianttribe.com. If you're looking to grow in this business, coaching, growing your social, getting online leads, PPC, Facebook lead ads, retargeting, we do all that for you. Here we go. Expired letter template. Dear homeowner, your homeowner name, first name, last name, however you roll on this one. I noticed that your home recently came off the market without selling. I know that can be frustrating. You put time, effort, and trust into selling, and it didn't go as planned. But I want you to know your home can still sell. It just needs the right approach. And now you could change that up. This letter is meant for you to change it up. You can change that part up. You can change the whole thing up. It's just so that you have something that I've used for years. In fact, I go through this and sometimes I'm like, ooh, I don't like that sentence. Let's tweak it. But I always go back to this template, even though I change it up. All right. That's paragraph number 1, very short. Next, after reviewing the market, I estimate that your home is valued at around, and then I put the price. So I give them the price. But price isn't always the problem. Marketing matters just as much. Many homes that don't sell the first time around aren't getting in front of the right buyers in the right way. Next paragraph. I've worked with many home buyers in this exact situation who thought they had no options left. With the right marketing strategy, they were able to sell, often for more than they expected. And that's the truth, at least for us. Next paragraph. That's where my expired plus process, and look, you can name it whatever you want. This is what I named it for me, right? And let me actually bold that one and italicize it so you can see it in the letter. That's where my expired plus process comes into play. This strategy is designed to, and then I just put 3 things, right? You can add whatever you want. You can change your name. You could make it, if your name is Joe or Joanne, you could be like, this is where my Joe's amazing expired process. I don't care what you name it, right? It just differentiates. It creates a brand recognition through that specific thing that you have. Mine, expired plus process. This strategy is designed to reposition your home in the market so buyers see it differently. Number 1. Number 2, increase exposure to attract serious, qualified buyers. Number 3, use proven marketing techniques that highlight the real value of your home. Now, the last time I sent this, which was last week, I tweaked that last section where I put use proven marketing techniques. I tried something different. I just put use my own tested marketing techniques that are local to our area. So I extended it a little bit more. But again, this is for you to choose. Next paragraph. The market is shifting and serious buyers are still out there, but waiting too long could mean more competition from new listings, which could make it harder to stand out. If selling is still on your mind, now is the best time to explore your options. Sometimes I take that paragraph off completely. I know because I always say the same thing. I'm like, do I like that paragraph? Right. So, next paragraph. Let's set up a quick 10-minute call this week to go over your options. No pressure, just information. What day works best for you? Natural language, very easy, but we'll go over that. Next paragraph. You can call or text me at, and then put your phone number, or email me at, put your email. If you'd like, I'd be happy to stop by and go over your home's potential in person. P.S. Many homeowners who struggle to sell their homes were able to turn things around with the right strategy. Or many homeowners who struggle that I've helped in the last few years, right? Sometimes I add that piece. I don't have it on there. I just remember as I'm reading it. Many homeowners who we've helped, who previously struggled to sell their homes, were able to turn things around with the right strategy. Let's make sure you get the best possible shot. Call or text me at phone number. And then I put, I'd love to help. So, and then I have sincerely, my name, my brokerage name, and contact info. Excuse me. All right, let's break this down. Because that was what? Let me see, time. That was 7 minutes that we talked. Let's see if we can do this in 3. Breaking down why this letter works. Number 1, opening with empathy and understanding. Why it works, it acknowledges the pain, creates an emotional connection, and offers hope. Believe it or not, a lot of these people are looking to still sell their home. They just kind of feel defeated, man. They just went through this whole process and they're like, I don't want to do this again. Psychological principle here that I have: empathy and emotional connection. People are more likely to trust and listen to someone who acknowledges their struggles. I see it daily in Lab Coat agents where I use a little bit of empathy to connect with people, and now they feel like someone's listening. Number 2, establishing value, what their home is worth. I put here why this works. Gives them useful information, shifts their perspective, subtly positions you as the expert. And by the way, I'm reading all this to you. There's a lot more to the second half of this section. I used ChatGPT to expand on what I had here before, so it added a lot more to what I've been building this out for 10 plus years, this specific letter. The psychology principle for number 2. I have authority and credibility. People trust those who provide valuable insights without being pushy, which I just did. Number 3, social proof. Other sellers have been in your shoes. I use social proof, which hands down, people want to see that you have done this before in the past, or that they're not alone in this, right? And it builds confidence in you. The psychological principle, social proof, and fear of missing out. Well, other people are doing it and using Tristan. Great. Well, maybe I should actually sit in. Number 4, differentiating yourself. This one I hope is the big aha for you. I want you to create a name for what you have. Mine is the Expired Plus process. Easy. It even has the name Expired Plus, right? With a little plus symbol. And so why it works, positions you as the solution. I am the solution. This is it. Nobody else has this. Why? Because I created this. Adds credibility. Uses clear, scannable bullet points. I actually have bullet points on there. You'll see in the letter. Psychological principle, differentiation, and clarity. As a name, they haven't seen this before. And it tells you exactly what it offers. I expand on it a little bit more. Sometimes I change it up depending on if we're testing something new or if we've seen something else works, right? Number 5, creating urgency, why they should act now, why this works. when you create urgency in the words that you use, it helps people decide faster, because sometimes they're on the fence. Sometimes they're just like, I don't want to do this again. But if you give them that opportunity, be like, oh, this is something that maybe we should jump on now, they do. And it reinforces that buyers are still out there. That's important, right? Psychological principle, scarcity and loss aversion. I don't have to go into that. You can read it. Number 6, call to action. We sometimes miss this completely. Make the next step super easy. And I do that very well here. I remove the friction by saying, hey, call me or email me. Some of the clients we're trying to connect with want to email me instead of texting me or calling me. Some people just want to text me. Some people want to call me from this letter. Now, I use a soft, no pressure. You could read it. And then I use open-ended questions. What day works best? And I invite a response instead of saying, hey, yes or no decision, right? Number 7, the PS reinforces the message. I want to make sure that that message is clear. Why this works? It really reinforces the social proof. You see how I added at the end, and creates one last call to action to let them know how to get a hold of me. The psychological principle. This one, I just learned this principle. And I thought it was awesome. I went on a tangent on this one. I'm like, oh, this one was one that ChatGPT gave me. Like, this is good. It's called the Zeigarnik effect. It's the idea that unfinished thoughts stick in people's minds. The PS leaves them thinking about calling or texting you. And when you Google the Zeigarnik effect, you're going to see that what we leave unfinished just lives in your head like, whoa, I need to do that. I need to do that. I forgot to do that. Oh, man. And that's kind of like what we're going for there inadvertently, because I just found out about this one and I had ChatGPT go through the letter and through the previous 7 things that I had. And I go, what am I missing here? And I came up with that. Anyway, I've got some final thoughts in this, why the letter works as a whole at the bottom of this. This is 5 pages long. If you need it, you know what to do. Message me on Instagram. Thanks again for following. And if you think somebody can really benefit from this one, share it. And let me know what you think of this one. I went over. I usually try to do 10 minutes or less. It's 12 minutes. We'll get there. Have an awesome day.